facilities in the field. We've got a wide range of old machines. We're going to bring them in. Jeffrey's with me at the moment. He's going to try and help me find a little bit of detail, tell you something about the exhibits, and a little bit about the owners as well. The Woodcot Rally today. Thank you, everybody for that long. James, the good start. 29, massive birdie, 35, and you see the break over 20, that was very, very successful. That was followed by the Ferguson 35, about 1953, and then when Fergie and massive amalgamated, they became a massive birdie. This is the 35, and this again, very successful, very reliable workhorse. The advantage of the 30-20 is got a live PTO, in other words, negative impression on the touch. So if you've got an instrument on the back, you can have that running while you stop to change gear or whatever. So that's Aaron Batchelor, and that's Bert Wilcox in the old track. Many of you in the past remember Bert Wilcox, regular plenty of values at the Bert's track. That's good to see it's still coming back. Now we've got Fords and Dartford, Ferguson, Monopoly. We brought out the Fords and Dexter. This is Russell Law, the 1962 Ford Super Dexter. This work was playing for many years. He restored it, turned it out. So again, very reliable at the track. They're really designed to compete with the power of the tractors. There's a little hook there with the picks up on the high roads. Trailers with the wheel where and transfer the weight of the brake on the traction. This is beautiful. One of my favourite. It's in-class volume, very, very tight, it wasn't wasted. They do something for this one. 1929. That actually looks like a tractor, but if you're going to look at it, you'll see how beautifully it's been restored. He says it's synonymous as one of the longest mass-produced tractors by John Deere. The JD Model was produced for 30 years, starting in 1923, and finally succeeded in 1953 by the Model R. This is an early example, and it's absolutely superb condition. It's purchased from North, very poor condition. Runs on petrol paraffin, and it's just a lovely property. Let's go and look at that. Now we've got part of the John Knight collection. We don't have any John Knight's garden in North. This is it's called the John Deere Lancer, which is the John Deere going out. This is sort of an extra John Deere Lancer together. This is the D 2016 built in 1957. John Deere took over the land factory in Germany in 1957, and after the tractor they had the John Deere Lancer. The signature of the full wheel was driven with mountain power, and the Lancer potatoes spin up to the rear. So driving on the road, potatoes, very slowly, a big blade just ripped on the soil, and then those pipes push the potatoes out. Hard work, back brake. So that's the John Deere Lancer going up. This is now pretty compact. With its 1960 Aston 1961 model. Fairly original condition, very reliable tractor, really good nice and dark, standard well, and it's well supported that build properly. Mobile on the back. Here he is, John Knight himself. With the Lance. This is the Lance 8506, 1936 tractor built, really giving a solid condition. Look at the way it's got. John Knight's got many of his Lances, revised, stores, this example is further away, new condition. It's 1942 W6. By making their work condition. And if you smell everything breath, smell that kerosene burning with apparent. Now we've got in front of me Ian Tandy. Ian Tandy's driving the John Deere. You see the John Deere Lance, you can see the Lance. Now we've got the pure John Deere. This one was built in 1947. Bought it from 35 years ago. He rebuilt the engine as well, and he's going to race for it tomorrow. Next we've got Woodcot Rally on the 40 stand there. 40 on the fair university. Fellow tractors, he has Richard Vernon. Spent the last 20 years on his guard, reducing guard. He's first runners of the week all that time. The engine was seized, got the engine going, it was full of rust, confident with that, all sorts of things. And it's working its way through its restoration. I don't know if you see that, looking like a brand new tractor. So that's a Woodcot Rally in 1939, 40 stand end. You saw a blue one in the ring earlier, this is the yellow one. Drawing hoses and the extra running on the back. Now we saw a 40 stand there, there's a yellow one in the middle. This is one of those, we believe, which got a double on the top of it. The other hill Tony records. People keep coming up with little surprises for me, but Tony's done it again. This is the Ford Kimberley, 1953 tractor. Ford introduced they call it the NAA tractor, introduced by Ford, entirely new model 1953. It was dubbed the Golden Jubilee. I've never seen it before, it's the first time I've seen it here. Lovely to see it, and it's really nice to see some of these rare tractors coming on the field and preservation. Also in range, the back end looks a little bit like those castings. Top end, unusual tractors. The track was built in 1934. It's part of the property. This is the International M20. I've got no more details on that, but we see it running locally. I know they're all installed in, and we listen to it running as smooth as daisy. On the back, they've got the store suite that's come from all this. Basically, you'll see the mower going, see the blades. This is the predecessor of the binder. So it comes a section of straw, sweep it off into a sheath. Some of them have to walk along, get down, tie up the string, and then stand them like the stoops, where they can eventually be picked up by a horse cart or a trailer, tractor trailer, and put that in the ring. Very, very, very nice collection. You don't see support of these old things. Again, I've got no nothing now. This is the famous Rockmaster, very social tractor. This was a beautiful installed back in the edition. Again, a reliable little tractors. What I really Rockmaster about is strangely enough, none of the later ones. All the brother Johnny this morning, the 950s and 990s, you don't see in the presentation. But the Rockmaster, very social, as I said earlier, the vectors on the back, they have their own slightly unique form of hydraulics. Country now we've got Nick truck. This I can know you. That's really good, right? That's a multi-party truck. Full Francis Woodcot. Another regular Woodcot. I love to see this track. Jamie Bartholomew. It's a massive Harris 101 Super. Roadblock tractor. As you see, it's got the narrow wheels in the middle. Used for hoeing, cabbages or anything else in the restaurant. This one's got a massive 6-cylinder straight 6-inch unit. Calls it a Super Quick Power 101. Really lovely tractor. Again, you see it on the outside of nice sounding tractor. Beautiful condition, very rare, the only one I've ever seen. So it's lovely to see here with it. Big belt pulley on the side there. All these tractors used for very up equipment. And again, earlier reliable, the Ford never on making bigger tractors, that's what we call the Ford majors. This the E27N traditionally has a 4-cylinder engine, very similar to the earlier tractors, but a few of them were converted actually in my review with perfect things, P4 or this one called P6, which really made it a super tractor to work. Two walls come along, the 1940 made hundreds of trailers after the war. You would buy up certain army trucks and trailers and then build the trailers, build them in Northstowe, but I can't see, there should be a branch back on there somewhere, but I can't see it. I was told to manage later, see if I can find out. But there's a tractor, doing what it's really good, putting a trailer, going into the field and picking up the truck. Now we've got the first case in the range today. There we go. Apparently he's never won a prize before, Charlie. So there we go. Look at that. Happy man. Not going to drive around standing up, I hope. Tim Whale now has come along with the Nuffield. One of the last, I believe, the Nuffield made before they became Leyland. This is a 1969 Nuffield 465. He said it is the last Nuffield before they renamed them later and they painted them blue. Never quite the same somehow. Top speed of this tractor 21 miles an hour. So if you're going to get behind the tractor going home, this is not a bad one to get behind because most of the other ones are only about 10 miles an hour. So there we go. Quite rare tractors these. You don't see the orange ones, you see one of the blue ones about. So that's again in its original working order. Lord Nuffield, of course, basically up the road. So that's an excellent tractors. We haven't got them all into the ring today, but we've brought quite a few of them. You can have a look at. If you want to know any more, do go along the tractor line, talk to the owners and the drivers and everybody nearby. Have a look at the tractors and the implements and find out a little bit more about what's going on there. So can I give a reminder out, please? At 1 o'clock, the owners and drivers of the commercial, and followed by the military, so commercial vehicles, that's lorries, vans, buses, anything else used for commercial work, and then following that, we're going to bring the military vehicles.
It's a Bristol, obviously. ECW coachwork, and I guess it's an REL. This was the
no details on it.
Not to worry.
Alright, so we're being challenged in the comedy box here, we're coming from both directions. Now this is Ron Bob, coming to Woodcote for many years. We love to see this lorry. It's the Bedford O-Type, built in 1952, entered many rallies around the sort of, typical hard work, all the drive shafts, the vacuum brakes, everything else. That will go back to the actual original pristine condition. Lovely, lovely sight. Nice to see it in its partially restored state. So this is Joe Moody's truck, the one he uses all the time, or did use all the time, for moving his equipment about. Steve Cottrell bought this as well, David's driving it today. This is 1986.
The company, Chiltern Queens of Woodcote, and it's an AC Reliance from 1962. The Reliance was the medium weight chassis from AEC with an underfloor engine. Bodywork is by Blackstone Panorama, which was so called after the big windows. And this one, when it actually had all its seats, had 51 of them.
See that in its completing condition next year. Gary, of course, used to come along with the largest tractor in the field. Now he's probably got the largest bus in the field. So next up, we've got in front of us now number D30 1987. Sold to Reading Heritage Travel. The current owners bought it in 2003. They're working on it slowly and it's beginning to come together. And it reminds us, doesn't it, of those days travelling around Reading.
Also drank like a fish. Anyway, this one has the low ratio transfer box, and it also has a heavy duty Salisbury rear axle, brought by Izzy Nelson from Reading.
What's the front angle on the bonnet? It's got some front on the bonnet.
Those bolts on the bonnet are for spare wheel mounting. They've since been made to be on new vehicles because they are safety hazards, but they were originally made. Probably they are on the
Right, well, we seem to run out of civilian commercial vehicles. We're going straight on to the militaries. Got Main, it's got gathered up a whole lot of machines. In front of me now is Murray and Venables. I can't see the front chassis number. It's
M17 or no, can't see the front.
It's a Ford. Ford is in decent order, decent condition. This is 19 So these were used in many different one of the green goddesses. We have no details on this one that I'm aware of. Green goddess, these were the military fire engines built in the 50s, all stored at Steventon in the warehouse over there. They were brought out for emergencies, various events, and the strike never came down as the green goddess. All was sold years ago when they cleared out the warehouses. And it's nice to see something still in preservation.
It is. I mean, most of them belong to what was called the Auxiliary Fire Service, the AFS. And the theory was that they were in store for emergencies, and in particular in case of a nuclear emergency as well.
Yes. What they were doing, basically, I'm not sure.
Right for trouble, which is
So we've got Jeep in front of us now. So this is another Ford, very early Ford actually, 1942 this one, GPW. It was purchased by the present owner in 1991, and the top has got 67,000 miles on it. He's done a full restoration over the 2 years, using many of the original components. The current mileage is 87,000 miles, a lot of miles. 80% of it is plastic, sound, quality, etc. And he uses it regularly. He's got it there today, lovely company.
We're doing well. We've got another one this time. Of course, had a number of those supplied by the Americans. This one, again, a 1944 UTV, and it's got an RAF blue on the pattern in 1965.
There's a still being found and restored, and it's a lot of that is John himself. This is John Main, right-hand drive. This one is a Canadian Ford, another military vehicle. It's built in 1940, manufactured by the Ford company in Winkworth area, fitted for wireless use. John Main driving around there. John puts together the military. Main is of course famous for their collection of tanks. Ray Main, Anthony Main, all the other Mains over the years. Main scrapyard, one thing they really did. Right, let's get rid of that so we can hear ourselves think now. So this is Richard Maybe, and he bought this tank in 1921 from the Army. It's actually built by Elvis. It's the Elvis reconnaissance tank known as a Scimitar. These went into service in 1972, and this particular one served until 2020. Apparently they could lift them in the air, you get 3 of these in the back of Hercules. It's currently powered with a Cummins 6-litre diesel engine, but they're a these engines in it, much greater torque than the Jaguar, and they can tear out the gearboxes. So these tanks have served in the Falklands, Iraq, Afghanistan, Belize, Northern Ireland, worldwide. It's got a 13mm radar cannon for those big guns, and it weighs 8.5 tons empty, 13 tons fully loaded, and I'm told that the Right, start together. Right, racing behind number 3 is number 12. This is the Burrell traction engine. S6 is the Burrell general purpose Atlas. Again, it's a 4-inch scale. This was built in 2006. This has been funded by the owner since 2006. And detailed to represent one of the 7 Burrells built in the 1930s. Single cylinder with a double drive. Extra detail added to assemble one of the last Burrells to be built. Traction engine William, 4-inch scale, built in 1991, Tim Everett, Hermitage. Honestly, this was travel the country repairing our roads, tarmac, and rather than they do modern days, they go home. These guys have got their B&B in the back. So all week they just stopped on the job, lit up the old brazier, made their tea and their supper, hipped in the wagon behind, got up in the morning and started to work. And hopefully at weekends they've got home. Just coming up in front of the publisher box is a Burrell road loco JC. This is a 4-inch scale, and this was built in 1998 to 2000. And this is owned by Derek. No, not Derek. He thinks he owns it. It's owned by Marion Burrell from Cowisham. And today, guys, they've been awarded a prize. Very nice, Marion. Are you letting him take it this time, are you? Front of the comic box now, it's a 4-inch scale, built in 1996, built for over 4 years by the owner, new tender last year, new chimney this year, owned by Melvin Lewis Bracknell. Look at that, 2 men and their dog. Yeah, I think it's 1 man his dog when it's mower mellow, but 2 men and his engine. Following that is number 7, it's a Fowler 8 engine for Joe. Again a 4-inch scale, built in 1990 to 95. Built over a 5-year period by Colin Pound of Leeds. All done from the original Fowler drawings. This one is a 5-inch scale. Built in 93, owned by R.P. This is the Burrell Tractor Charlie, built in 1912, owned by Luke Wingfield and Winners.
ni kan
Lovely little
parkour.
red wagon coming in. It's a
Parkour.
Perkins steam wagon, 6-inch scale, built in 1975 by Chris Lord, purchased last year by the present owner, repainted over the winter, owned by Russell Laura and family from Woodcot. Here comes the little rare beast. This is only a 46-ton, 6-ton MOD tandem steamroller. A bit rare, isn't it? Never seen one of these before. Owned by Jeff Whitfield. Obviously, Luke's grandfather here, but you know. He's come from Winchester as a prototype during June 1911, and now within the sole survivor, purchased by Fulhamborough Council in October 1912, a sum of £325. Right, nice little engine coming in, number 16, this is 14AG agriculture engine, Sir Bamford. This is a little bit bigger, this is a 6-inch scale, built in 1974, by champion, solid colour. Nice white seat there for the family, or just Guy. You didn't hear. Bolts number 12, Garrett 40B, Lord Reagan, built in 1919, owned by A. Wilson and Binfield. Yeah, driven today by Darren and Jack Marchant, who's unfortunately broke their steam engine yesterday. A little mishap, they broke it. What a clumsy thing to do! But you're trusted in this one today. Right in front of the concrete box is a Barrow 4-horsepower Tiger Team tractor, Forward, owned by William Ollie from Wallington, built in 1919. First Barrow product, you feeling the press-ons, rubber wheels. Oh, I bet that made it a nice smoother ride down the roads. Maybe even a bit faster as well.